What up, guys? So it is a beautiful afternoon. It's about 3:40 in the afternoon. The sun's kind of still in the sky. You can see it behind me. And here's the field that I'm going to be flying out today. So you can see it's pretty short. You know, it's January right now, so the ground is somewhat hard. It's kind of been warm, so it's a little bit like thawed, but not too bad. And everything's really short. So just a quick background. The last time I was out, I tried to maiden my F35. I don't have it on video, but it goes pretty much like this. Had a field very similar to this, was taxiing down, started running it out, and one of the main landing gear on the left just flew right off. The plane had plenty of speed, was probably getting ready to take right off, and yeah, it cartwheeled, fell over on its back, and crushed one of its vertical stabilizers. So I got this plane from Motion, and they were nice enough to kind of, you know, listen to my problems and send me out like a new landing gear and a new vertical stabe. I ended up just putting the vertical stabe that snapped in two back into the plane with some foam tack, and the servo and everything else seems pretty sturdy on it, so I'm pretty confident it'll be okay. So here is the plane. Everything still looks pretty great. It's intact. I checked out all of the surfaces as well as the landing gear. I raised the front landing gear probably like a couple of millimeters just to give it that nose high attitude, and hopefully that will help with running it on this grass and getting, you know, that orientation so it can get up and out as fast as possible. I mean, I saw this video on Motion RC where these guys in Europe were flying this thing off the grass, and I kid you not, they must have had some headwind because it came right off. I don't know if that's going to be the case today. I'm definitely going to let it run before I start touching the elevators to yank it up, just like they recommended. And yeah, hopefully we will have some luck today. In addition, just to help with orientation and with visibility, I went ahead and got some lights from Amazon. So it's a 3-pack. It came with the red, it comes with the green, and on the belly you have the white. So I'm going to put those on strobe so I can have a better and easier time hopefully seeing this bird in the sky, because it is kind of gray out, as you can see. And yes, there is some sun, but I don't know. I hear it's pretty fast. I have an F22 prop and slot jet, which is smaller than this and is silver, and I have no problem seeing it. So hopefully this won't be the problem here, but this is pretty fast. So hopefully I have some control over it. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. I did bring my FT Simple trainer, which is flying with a modified wing and a 3S setup, and this thing is a rocket ship. So I'm gonna actually warm up on this little guy here in the sky, and you know, just get my stick fingers kind of warmed up and hopefully settle my nerves before I maiden, or I should say re-maiden, the F35. All right, here we go, guys. All right, like I said before, I'm running a 3S. I have a little 1300 3-cell. Got our little tiny trainer. I just got my my transmitter back from Horizon. They had to repair the gimbal on the aileron stick, so I probably should do a range check just to make sure that everything is working okay on this plane. So let's see here. Okay, so that's that. Low rates on the ailerons, low rates on the elevator, and rudder looks fine. All right, let's do a range check here. 30 seconds, full power. Press and hold the trainer button, 30 paces. Holding it, kind of moving all the surfaces here, just making sure that she's kind of working. I don't know, a few of these spots on the field feel a little wet. Still solid though. Alright. Everything looks like we're in good shape here. So doing acro and kind of a few fast runs, this guy will give me about 4 minutes. So I'm at the 20% mark on my battery. Check. Throttle feels good. Going up. I do love this plane. I'm not certain about this location now that the sun's kind of coming out from those clouds. It's starting to become in my face. Little inverted. See a snap roll. Nice glide. Let's get into a little high-speed pass. Going up. Little hammerhead. Yeah, that sun is starting to come out, and I am not even certain I'm going to be able to fly this location very soon. I am squinting at this bird with this sun in my eyes. This sucks. Just kind of hoping that sun would hold out behind the clouds for a little longer. No such luck, I suppose. I think I'm gonna make, yep, there's my click, and coming up for the approach. Barely any throttle on just to get it to me. Fill up. Done. All right, 49 seconds left on the timer, and wow, that sun just came out and blasted me in my eyes. God, man. That really sucks. Now I don't know what to do. All right, guys, new location. So we're back at the field that I had the initial terrible accident, but good news, the sun is now to my back. So I have all of this property here to kind of fly over. And this works out most of the time for all my planes. And to boot, I have this, looks like this tarp here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the plane at the beginning of the tarp and let it run it. So it has, I guess, less of a problem of hitting a pot. And I'm thinking that hopefully by the time we get some speed off of that tarp, I can yank on that elevator and get it off the ground before I start getting into the problem of the grass here. And this grass it's short, but it's soft, and it's not exactly like, I can feel it under my feet. There are uneven spots and a few, like, I guess, places for the wheels to kind of bump into. Not so smooth. But those are my thoughts. So anyways, we're gonna give this a go again for the second time, and hopefully we won't have any terrible things happen. But you know what, it's the hobby. What goes up sometimes has to come down, and I guess not such a pretty way all the time. All right, here we go. All right, F35. Now I set the CG perfectly on this, so I'm thinking I may want to slide the battery back just a little bit. From what I hear, having it slightly tail heavy is not such a terrible thing, especially when you're on grass and you need to get that nose up. I'm flying with a Turnigy 4.0 4000 milliamp 6L, and I have the Admiral receiver with built-in gyro. For the maiden, I will be flying with high rates on elevator and ailerons, full throws on the rudder, 30% expo all the way around, and with the gyro off. There is no wind today, so I'm not worried about that. Most of the time I don't fly with a gyro anyway. Everything is taped down. It looks clean inside. Okay, that's on. Very good. Let's put the gear down. Gear came right down. Perfect. I have 4 minutes on the timer. At the beep, I usually bring it right down. Okay, so as you can see, she's sitting, and the nose is slightly in the up attitude, and I did that by adjusting that rod on the front steering wheel and kind of just loosening up those nuts and kind of sliding it down and then locking it back up. So like I said before, when it's running with that like slightly nose up attitude, hopefully it'll help get up off the ground. I'm gonna check my servos now. So ailerons. Okay, ailerons are on full. Elevator's on full. Rudders working right perfectly. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, up, down, throttle. Okay, so we have throttle. Excellent. Okay, so let's do a range check on this one more time. Like I said before, I did send this out and I did rebind everything. I just want to make sure that we are not going to lose it's 30 paces out, holding down the button. All surfaces are moving. Walking around. Everything looks great so far. Gimbals feel great too, by the way. So again, I'm just range checking just to make sure that I will have reception. The last thing you want to do is lose power like this on a plane. I'm running against the time here. Sun's about to go down over that hill. All right, I think we're good to go. I am going to turn on the lights. Like I said before, I got these lights on Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. Got green, got the red, and on the belly I got the white. Okay, I'm gonna walk this bad boy out. without wasting any battery. All the lights look like they're working perfectly. I do have one complaint about this. What very little wind I have, well, it's like a crosswind. And to boot, it's almost like I'm running into the wind. But I have to kind of go in this direction only because, well, the building's there. It'd be terribly bad if the building was there. Okay. I am going to check the full power one more time. Make sure she feels good. Yeah, she sounds like she's ready. All right, I'm gonna let it run this this stretch here, and then by the time it gets off, I'm gonna maybe give it a few more yards before I decide to yank up on that. I am super nervous right now. All right, taking off. Whoa. That was kind of crazy already. I think maybe I'll stand behind it. That way I have a better orientation of going forward. And I'll move once it's up. Okay, taking off. And no good. All right, you saw it. It looks like a landing gear fell off again. Check it out. The pin sheared. This is the same exact problem that happened last time. Question is, which landing gear is it? So it is on the right. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It looks like this time the elevator got crumpled as it dug in. I don't know, guys. I don't think it was meant to be. Perfect shear, man. That really sucks. Man, this plane is starting to prove to be more and more of a hassle. Well, so go back to the drawing board to fix that one. Fucking unbelievable. Should I try hand tossing it? Just kidding. 10 seconds in, broke another landing gear. Well, what's the moral of the story? If you don't have concrete or a runway, you should probably stay away from grass.